Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be kind of taking the first spin in the Takeuchi TL6 and just drive it around a little bit and get a feel for it. So yeah, y'all enjoy some skid steer driving. Come on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eli Crump with Crump Farms. I wanted to try out the voiceover feature here and see if I can kind of do some explaining behind what I'm driving here. So, I did buy, without further ado, a Takeuchi TL6. I've always wanted to be in business and run my own business, and it was a struggle to decide what I wanted to do, which business I wanted to be in, and I kind of settled on the grading and excavation business. I've always wanted to run big machinery and always enjoyed that. This is not my first skid steer I've ever ran. I have ran a Bobcat 770. That was a very cool machine, a little bit bigger than this, about 30 horsepower bigger than this. This machine has 65 horsepower. It'll be a great starting point for me to learn on and grow my business. It'll be kind of the building point. So this machine has two joysticks. It has no foot controls. One is your direction, and one is your bucket and loader, up and down, tilts, all that good stuff. I enjoy these controls very much. One thing my dad said is, the foot controls kind of keeps your legs active, and I do agree with that. After operating this one does have a foot throttle though, and a knob throttle. Here I'm running the knob throttle at about 3/4 power here, so I'm not even giving her all the juice she has, just kind of fiddling around here. So they delivered this. Cobb County Tractor is who I dealt with, and a very pleasant experience with them. They have some very nice machines down there. Right away after driving this machine around on the lot and everything, I fell in love with Takeuchi. I just love their color, their machines, the Kubota engines. Just really a good feeling about these machines here. So they delivered it on site, topped off fluids, greased machine, so it was ready to go, as it should be. And we got right to work spreading mulch and pushing some brush into the woods. Here I'm going to get out and move a pot so I don't crush it, trying not to make too big of a mess here. And then I walk around the machine, kind of making sure I haven't ran into anything, because maneuvering in these woods is harder than I thought it would be. And I took a few pictures for advertisement on Facebook, trying to get my name out there, Here, sorry, the chest mount did kind of slide down on me a little bit. We were spreading mulch, as you can see in the clip before, and we're kind of working into these briars here, trying to push them out, and so they can kind of die off back in the woods, push them off. There's kind of a berm here, or a ledge. I'm pushing them over, and then I'll go around and pull them on off. Yeah. The lap bar in front of you, as you can see, has to be down when operating. Kind of serves as a safety parking brake kind of deal. I do have a grapple I'm going to try and run on this machine, and hopefully it'll work well. I know it's not going to work great and perfectly because it's such a big grapple, and this is a smaller machine, and I plan to buy a root grapple soon. I feel like that'll be a good addition to the fleet and kind of the land clearing side of things. This machine came with a brand new tooth bucket, brand new teeth, brand new side cutters, everything looking in ship shape. Yeah, just getting a feel for things. It does have a backup camera. I don't know if I said that before, but it works well. I think down the road they should kind of engineer a beeper into that. So if you get close to something, it just starts screaming at you so you don't back into it. I think a bumper would be good. May weld up some kind of cage on the back to keep me from crushing in the door, because that is a very common problem with skid steers, people backing into things. Funny story, my dad he was renting a unit, and the door swung open, and we had just put some nice brace posts down for a fence, and the door swung open and broke one of the posts right off at the ground, wood post. So that's kind of wild. That's how heavy or how fast it swung open, you know. This is a very heavy machine, weighs around, I think it's 7,800 pounds, 78 or 7,500. Pretty sure it's 78. But tracked unit, I really love the tracks. It is very easy to tear up grass or sod when running these tracks. If you turn really tight, or if you turn at all, really, it's going to do some damage to your grass. So it really needs to be dry as possible when running this unit. And I know that's not always going to be the case, but got to be careful and not make a mess, you know, wherever you go. Pushing out a few little sticks here and kind of working this machine around some trees here. Yeah, I'm grabbing a tree with a bucket and kind of shoving it towards my pile, trying to keep organized and work everything into piles to keep pushing back further into the woods. There's another tree I'm kind of pushing around. Yeah, I'm very excited and very happy to receive this unit and get to work with it and kind of just get the toy broke in. Really excited. It has 2 foot stobs for your feet to rest in and the floorboard. I'll show that in a later video. Here I'm going to push over this tree. It was rotten and there wasn't much left of it. The top had already fallen out, so I picked the bucket up and went to shoving on it. Probably can dig up that stump next time I get to work with the machine. As you can see, it was just we were limited on time, so I wanted to keep pushing the briars into the woods. I tilt the bucket up and kind of rake these briars back, trying to leave dirt behind. And I'll push these vines down out of this tree. This worked really well. There's all kinds of short limbs in this tree and vines I kind of pushed down. Worked really well and efficient. Yeah, I probably worked or ran the machine for about an hour or so, and it went very well. I took my hat off because I had headphones on, and the button on the top of my hat was hurting my head. So yeah, I think I've said. The next step for this venture is probably a truck and a trailer. We've already been looking at a few trailers, and I've been looking at trucks on Facebook Marketplace. Just looking for an old work truck and probably a newer 14K trailer, 14 or 10K. The thing about it is if we buy a 14K, then we have room to grow. If I buy a Mini X down the road for digging ponds and ditches and things like that, and general excavation, it would be handy. And I need some insurance so I can start working for other people and acquiring jobs. That is my goal, is to just be a self-employed owner-operator of an excavation business. So yeah, here's a picture of the machine. Like, comment, subscribe.